Hello and welcome to this edition of the Angels and Destiny Show, going out a little bit later than normal due to some technical issues. Why is this show called this, you may ask? So I'll tell you. The accepted meaning of angel is messenger, and the accepted meaning of destiny is to make firm establish. So my guests and I bring you messages to establish what you need to know in the present. And also, I like working with the angels and the calmness they bring. Now, in a moment, I'll introduce you to my wonderful guest, Graham Williamson. But before that, I would like to say thank you so much for watching this live at a later date, as it means a lot to me to connect with like-minded people. Now, if you've never met me before, then my name is Rae, and I'm a guide who helps you remember your divine presence so that you can heal your past, create your future, and transform your present, to raise your consciousness, understand your spiritual path, and take charge of your destiny so you can spread your wings and soar. I'm the founder of Radiant Angel Energy, and I use angelic Reiki, future life progression, past life regression, guide meditation, angel oracle cards, and divine presence to assist you in remembering why you are here, your spiritual path, and clarity on the next step to take. I also offer a multidimensional retreat, several transformational packages, a journey through lifetimes, a 6-week guide meditation series to help you gain confidence, and various workshops. Now, each episode of this show covers various themes for your journey, a mini guide meditation or angel oracle card reading, with the wisdom of my wonderful guests, like today's guest, Graham Williamson, about letting go. And for those that watch our show, Angels and Spirits, it's not let it go. Now, Graham is a medium and psychic who has been working with and for spirits since a child and was trained as a medium by his mother, who did spiritual rescue work, something that Graham still does today. Now, Graham is a Brit who served in the British Navy for several years and eventually moved to Florida to marry the love of his life, Sandy, many years ago, where he continues to offer readings from spirit. Along with his wife, Sandy, Graham attends many psychic, spiritual, holistic fairs around Florida, where he offers reading and Sandy sells her beautiful holistic items that she makes. He is also my co-host on Angels and Spirits show, as well as having his own share, Dare to Dream, on goingsolarmedia.com. So without further delay, hello Graham and welcome back to the Angel Destiny show. We finally got here. How are you today?
Wow, what an intro. I was impressed. No end, literally. That list of yours is getting longer and longer, girl. And I'm fine. Oh, Spirit always plays us around. They always say, aha, you think you got it all organised, but let's show you you've got nothing organised.
Exactly,
And
exactly. So before we get into this fascinating conversation, I want to remind you that not only can you share this video, but you can ask questions, leave comments and thoughts, as both Graham and I want to be part of this show and this conversation. So please don't be shy. So Graham, why don't you tell us more about your journey and why it's important to let go?
well, thanks, Ray. Hi, Sierra. Um, well, I grew up in England, the Midlands, and I used to talk to the fairies at the bottom of my grandmother's garden. I didn't know it was unusual or weird or anything. And from that day on, my grandmother and my mother have helped us all understand that you don't always see things directly in front of you. You see a lot of more stuff peripherally. And I needed training. Boy, did I need training. I have lived a full life and it gets fuller every minute. Meeting Sandy 21 years ago, it's our anniversary this week, but don't tell anybody. But I've found that working with spirit, my life has become so much more full. With all the stuff that Ray does, I can see her expanding, growing, evolving, and the same for myself, because spirit work with us, not against us. Hi, everybody. And my journey is ongoing. I don't know what gifts I have. You name it, I've done it in some form or another, even levitation, which I want to get back to. You never know. So every day is a spiritual experience because my spirit is having a human experience. And working with people such as Ray and the people that come into the room, it's enabled me and her to evolve because life is about growing. But also, we all physically cease growing. We die. It's going to happen, whether you like it or not. And the only thing you can do is prepare yourself to be of a higher vibration already in your heart, not your head. You can't take anything except emotions and experiences. That's anything you can take. So if you live your life full and enjoy it, I know for a fact from what I've experienced of spirit coming through, hey, you did that bit right, or you screwed up on that bit, because, hey, we're human. And so letting go is about not worrying of the physical, because you can't change that. You can only change what you're going to be like when you go into spirit. Hey, says, oh, all these lovely people coming in, even though we were a little bit late.
I know. And we're not doing our Wednesday show. This is the guest show today. But we will be live on Wednesday doing readings.
Yeah, and no, it's next week I'm doing my show. But yeah, that's why I did a little bit about letting go in my show. It's only for 45 minutes on WGSN. But because I experienced on the first Sunday of the year, my best friend I've known for 18, 19 years, he passed away tragically. And I wasn't really sad. And people say, well, who's your best friend? I said, he was in so much pain. He was experiencing discomfort. He hates the cold weather, but he had to live up in Ohio. So the weather there is not really conducive to sundown. But I was so happy that his transition was quick. And I let him go physically. I'll never let him go from my heart. He's my brother from another mother. That's what we always joked about. And a couple of other people I call sisters as well. But letting go, you have to learn to let it go because it holds you back. And don't remember, oh, they've just died or they died on this day, and center your thoughts on that one day. You're forgetting a lifetime before. Life's about experiences. It really is. And if you only concentrate on the fact somebody just died or a loved one died or whatever, even an animal, you can't center your life on that one moment. Center your life on the memories that you've accrued with them and for them and for yourself. And that's what I do.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm letting it go. And anybody that knows us, I can separate the two.
Absolutely, totally. But that is the thing, isn't it? I think you know, as humans, it's something that's in our psyche. And I think that since we were since you were born, from generation to generation, it's always, it's always been with the mourning and kind of like, you need to keep hold of them, to still feel as if they're still there with you.
Yeah, in a physical sense, and that's macabre for me. And being a medium, I have to admit, I dabbled in all the different aspects of mediumship, good and bad. Because how can I say to somebody, well, I feel that's not going to be conducive to a happy life or happy energy or a raised vibration? Because you have to be honest with yourself in order to help somebody else understand spirit, and that they're always around you. Your loved ones that you have, they come in all the time and they remind you by those little memory jogs that they kick in and say, can you remember doing such and such with your best friend there the other day? Because my friend, I have to say this, he was a Jew. I loved his belief, and his sister, God bless them, I love them both. And he had to figure out from the Jewish belief about life after death. I said, just read the Bible. It's got so many things about Christ doing whatever it is, and even raising the dead. And I said, oh, no. I said, read your Bible. You see, life and death are intermingled. There is no stopping that union, because this is spirit, this is a physical. You join like that. You're not like this, head-butting each other. You're like that. One has to finish. That's the experience mode, the physical. It has to, because it's on a limited time while you're on earth. The other side, however, goes up. If you've prepared yourself by being honest and happy and truthful to yourself. And I'm a recovered alcoholic, and I'm not bragging about it, but I've understood what it's like to be trapped at the bottom of a glass. The fact that I was a fitness freak, I used to run endurance runs and swim a long way every chance I got, because it helped me meditate, get myself out of the bottle. And I pass that on to people, and some people say, but you're also military. Isn't that about killing things? I said, no, it's about protecting things, the ones I love. I was a cook. I don't know if nobody dead came back and complained about my food killing them. So that was a good thing.
That's always a good thing, because you'd have known, being a medium, they'd have come and gone, that meal you cooked for me, wow.
Yeah. But you see, I can laugh about it. I've got a fantastic ability of remembering faces. Names I am terrible at. It's not that I'm trying to dishonor the label that you've been given, like mine's Graham, but in fact it's not. It's Clifford. I was called Clifford Graham. But because my father was called Clifford, everybody called me Graham. But because I was too young to understand the concept, and then I became embroiled in the drink until I was 21, 22, heavy stuff anyway, I thought they were ashamed of my name because my father left us. It took until I was 22 till finally it's easy to say, hey, Graham, on one person instead of, hey, Cliff, and two of us turned around. So, I learned the hard way. But since I have found Sandy, she's into Ancestry.com and loves it. I'm not plugging Ancestry.com, but still have to use it. She's found out that by her putting my DNA up on it, I found I've got 2 half sisters and a half brother. Younger than me, thankfully. And I'm wondering, is there any more? I don't know. I hope not. There's 8 of us. But I found out we're so vastly different, yet so similar in the way we all want to help other people. Nursing and in some form or another. I'm not a nurse in any shape, but then I became aware of my medical intuitiveness. But I'm not trained in any form certified. I may be certifiable, but I'm not certified in the medical field because all my family have nursed. So we're all being trained for a specific goal or objective. And that's what you take with you when you let go of this physical body. So I'm looking forward to coming around and causing grief in a nice way to all my friends saying, yeah, you thought you got rid of me.
Well, Shihara has said death is never the end.
Yeah.
Teresa says, I always remember people or animals that have passed on their day of birth, not death.
Good on your teeth.
Yeah. And their life is what we should remember, not their death. Absolutely. On there. And Shihara says, love when people choose to celebrate the life they lived, which also can be therapeutic for mourners.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Teresa's got a tip for, I use word association to remember the names I can't remember.
Yeah, hers is chicken.
I'm not saying
she
a
loves
word.
chickens now. I just remembered, I was talking about Steve and being a Jew. I got sort of sidetracked me. And he said, I actually believe in what you do now, Graham, by our mutual best friend who got him involved coming to a church and listening to a reading. Then I did a reading for him. It evidently saved his life. And he says, I don't understand. He says, at the time, then it was, I do understand. But then he told us a few months ago that, when I die, Graham, he says, I'm going to find a way of coming back. I said, oh, warn me. And his sister put a video of his funeral service. And as sure as I'm sitting here looking at this camera, talking to you, this gentleman came on screen of video. And for a split second, his image was exactly that of my friend who passed away.
Wow.
And I played it back on the video to pause it at that moment, took a picture, sent it to his sister and said he managed to come back at his own funeral. And we
Wow.
were laughing about it. Of course, she's distraught and all. He moved up there to be with her to look after him because he couldn't look after himself because of all the things he was going through. And she said, Graham, I wouldn't have believed it from anybody but you. She said, you spotted that in the video of his own funeral. So you can come back physically, just that second. We're not all doppelgangers down here. And doppelganger means an exact replica, facially or mannerism of a person, of the spirit. And there are a few around. And it's literally this enjoyment of proof that my friend came back. He is a devout Jew. He understood about spirit, and he proved the point to his sister and her family and all his family that he loved and now is departed from physically, that he is still around, going to be there. It's beautiful. This is what life's about. It's never ending.
Yeah, and Teresa's put on there, my grandma said she was coming back as a cardinal, and my parents' yard, ever since she died, is full of cardinals.
I thought your husband was the Pope then, with all these cardinals. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, too much. But yeah, you see, this is what letting go's about. It's letting go of the dogma and the creeds. And I'm sorry to say, but a lot of belief systems have put it that you should never celebrate a person was passed.
Mm.
But we've been doing it for 2,000 years. And
yeah,
following that energy. And if you concentrate enough on with that energy in the higher self, your energy improves. Well, I've got to say escalate, it increases. And the vibrations that you give out affect people automatically. Because that vibration is like this all the time. As I said, the physical and the spiritual, they're always joining, whichever opportunity that could be paired up with it. I just love that life never ends.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think, you know, a lot of people actually miss that, you know, not in, as in, you know, you receive, you know, messages like you do, but people miss the little subtle signs that, you know, the departed loved one is back, is back with them.
Yeah.
You know, something so straightforward, you know, like Teresa says, you know, with cardinals, somebody else, you know, you know, they might like a particular song. You know, there's a song that I've always associated with my dad. That doesn't get played that often, but when it comes on, it's like, oh, Dad's here.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. I really love it. And what was it? What did she say, Teresa? Graves or ways to go to visit. Yeah, you see, a lot of people cannot bear the separation of the physical, and they need something to touch physically. That's what graves are very important. Don't get me wrong, you know. But I want my ashes, because I don't want to be buried. I want my ashes to be thrown in the ocean, because I know by nature I will be all over the world in raindrops. Because life's a circle. It's always a circle. Water goes up, water comes down. And look, we're bags of water. So, you know, part of me could be in a lot of people. Exactly. But my energy is going to touch people. I want people to remember me. I don't say I'm going to die or anything. God willing.
Well, I hope not on the show, because that, you know, that would totally throw everything
I won't stay
out.
down long though, Ray. I'll be back up again. You know me.
Yeah, you'll be there going,
fooled you. But yeah, you know, the energy that animates our physical body doesn't stop working. It's our spiritual connection. We don't know scientifically how it activates the body. We know that when you conception, they say life begins then, but life never ends. I know that I could see myself from spirit before I came into this physical body as a child. And that's why every now and again I get deja vu, which means to see something that you know spiritually, but not physically, an event and situation. And it's been with me all my life. And I think, dang it, I must have been up there a long time looking down before I came in because I'm always having deja vu. And it's frustrating because I wonder, what's the next one?
Yeah, exactly. And Mel has said, I had my awakening when my dad passed away. It helped me through my grief as I understood more about spirituality and I opened up more to it.
Yeah. But this is why the internet is a blessing and a curse, because it gives us the opportunity to merge with like minded souls, which raises our vibrations, which makes life better for the individual. I'm not saying I'm particularly um, the main person. Never. I'm never the main person. I'm just a small cog in a big wheel. Because how we met over a year ago, can't believe it's that long, can you?
It's only a
And we
year. I
still
thought it was
like each
2 years.
other, pal. This is amazing. But we can laugh and joke like brothers and sisters because we are all brothers and sisters. And this is why the show being called Letting Go is of the physical boundaries that you impose and life imposes upon you by others and yourself, your reaction, your choices. You cannot hold back what's going to happen. You can only look forward to it with a happier heart, knowing that the physical, God willing, is the transition is nice or painless.
Yeah.
Well, somebody said to me, Graham, you want to do all these dangerous things like jump out of a plane and hang glide and all the rest of it? I said, yeah. They said, aren't you afraid of falling? I said, no, it's a landing I'm worried about because that is it. I know I'm going to land on the other side one day.
Mm.
But I'm not going to look for it. I'm not going to hold it back and say, oh, I'm afraid, I'm afraid, I'm afraid. No, I don't know how long I've got. I'm going to make the most of this physical realm because I can only take the memories and the emotions back with me.
Yeah. And then again, that's something that, if you look at, how life is, how it's always been, people work, until they retire, and then by then it's too late to go and enjoy the things that they could have done when they were younger.
Yeah,
Whereas it's kind of like, well, if you go and do it now, then you'll, when you do get to that point where you can't do anything anymore or whatever, you've got all those brilliant memories
yeah,
to actually help you on your transition into the other side.
yeah. That's one of the reasons why I retired at 65 because I wanted to do stuff with Sandy and travel. And now we're involved in a lot of these events, spiritual events, holistic events that you mentioned at the start of the show. And I should have gone on Saturday with Sandy to Merritt Island, but for some reason I ended up with an ear infection and I could not even sit upright. I was dizzy. I mean, it was horrible. Vertigo was completely wacky. Yet today I'm 95% okay again. But Sandy said, we've got to make some money there. I said, yeah, but if I'd have had that experience when driving, we may not be here. So the fact I got up in the morning and couldn't walk was a safeguard saying, hey, I'm not getting in the truck to drive. No. So I always look at it on the positive side. And Sandy does as well, but we were looking forward to going. Everything set up to go for the day, but it just wasn't meant to be. But that's letting go of the boundaries we put upon ourselves. Our plans are only allowed by spirit. We don't know whether they're going to work or not. We just have the best intention, which is why living your life to the best of your ability and not put ego first, you can raise your vibration.
Yeah.
Letting go of that physical.
And Teresa's made a very good point as well, and others. have those memories to share with you as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. That's beautifully put there. For a second there, I thought that was my friend Teresa Harbour. She comes out. I've worked with Teresa a number of years ago, and we've always had a laugh with each other in the family. And she comes out with those one-liners that you go, wow, but this nice.
But
Another Teresa.
another, it must be
Thank
the
you.
name Teresa.
Well, if all right, I'm gonna name drop here. Mother Teresa was inventive and breaking the mold of spiritual belief and dogma. She annihilated it. It's a bit like Martin Luther King Day in America today, and a lot of things. But a lot of stuff is being celebrated on his life. They broke the mold. They let go of the physical and listened to the heart and the spirit, and that's debatable. But you see, that's what it's about. It's enjoying life to the full. And it's not walking over anybody. It's not demeaning anybody. It's literally, I'm laughing at and with myself. And I can, no, I can't. I can't sing. Now, my
Go
friend,
on, go on.
she's tried for over a year, so it's not going to happen. But you see, letting go is about the freedom of the limitation you put upon yourself, the freedom to know that, yeah, you are going to die, but why wait for that one day? I don't celebrate Christmas one day. I celebrate it every day. In fact, quick one, Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year. Every morning I arise. I'm thankful. That is my present life. And what can I do better today that I didn't do yesterday? Every single day. Hey, I'm human. Some days I don't even make it. But what the heck?
Exactly, and it is about enjoying your life, and when you're enjoying your life, then other people are enjoying your life and as well, so that when you do go and they let you go physically, they've still got those memories there,
Yeah,
of the fun and the joy that you all had together.
yeah. I worked for a firm for over 17 years before I retired over here. And for a while, I didn't go back to the stores. I went to two particular stores that I worked at. And the second one I went to, I pop in very rarely. And the customers and people that know me go, Graham, we miss you so much. This place is still not the same since you left. And I say, isn't that sad? I worked with you for 4 years, 4.5 years, and I had a blast. I broke all the rules. But I did it in a way that was in keeping with the rules and regulations of the business, because you've got to be health and safety conscious. And yet I made people laugh because I enjoy life. And they say, nobody else has took your place. And I think, how many millions of people on this earth? There's billions. And you said you miss one person and it's miserable since you've left. I failed. In my opinion, I failed in showing them that they are as good, if not better than me. If you can't enjoy yourself from what I've shared with you and pass it on to somebody else, I failed.
Yeah.
And they don't understand that concept. That's the sad part about it, which is why I love your shows, Rae, because you always bring people around to see themselves in a better light. Thank you.
You're welcome. And Teresa says, my grandma May wrote a book of memories for family and friends before she left us. How
This,
how wonderful is that?
I think this is our book because they're going to be on Facebook and YouTube and all the rest of it. Because this is why the internet's so fantastic. It saves us having to write, because I'm a terrible writer. My best friend that I alluded to through my friend who passed away, she is a professional book editor, and I wrote a book. And she offered to edit it for me for free. And she says, Graham, two things. I'm a professional book editor, and your writing is the worst I've ever encountered. I said, well, hey, I'm good at something. He said, but you got me on the first paragraph. That's why I'm going to finish it for you. And I thought, wow, what did I do? I'm terrible at writing, but I want to pass on a message. I'm terrible in shows because I talk too much, but I know I want to give out as much as I can.
Yeah, I know that one. And that's me. And I do a lot of talking as well. Um, uh,
No.
Never. So Drew says, yeah, so we could remember and things to know about her and her family pass on. And that is quite an important thing as well, as because a lot of people don't write down things about their life, how it was for the next generation, so they don't know. They don't
Yep.
know the history, the fun, the joy, the heartache, the tragedies,
Yeah.
and that all gets lost.
Yeah, because in fact, as you were saying that, I was thinking about the Native American culture and cultures around the world. Because I've been in the Navy, I've traveled mostly the Mediterranean and that. And there's people that have an ability to remember family lineages going back hundreds of people. And that they became called shamans or similar to that. And I think, why? Because they knew inside themselves it's important to remember the past, not live in it, but remember it. And what we share with those around us, good or bad, is a purpose that we live in it at the moment, don't or may not ever fully understand. But I know I'm here to do the best I can to share with no fear of spirit. There is positive and there's negative, but it's the concept of where you are in yourself that denotes which one it's going to be that you encounter. As I say, I dabbled in the good and the bad of spiritualism and the occult and all the rest of it. But my grandmother said, well, you have to find yourself. You have to find your own footpath because each of us walk our own path. We're individuals, or you can become a sheep.
Yeah.
That's what I am. I'm the black sheep of the family, and I love it.
Yeah, I've never really been a sheep, which yeah, we won't go down to that one. And Teresa says, yeah, this grandma was half of Cheyenne Indian, and that.
Well,
So yeah, she knew to write down. I mean, isn't it the Hawaiians that basically they can trace their history all the way back to the sky people that came down?
same for the Aborigines of
Yeah,
Australia and Peru and Brazil. It's all over the world. In fact, I'm going to be doing a show concerning life's mysteries with another friend of mine who's got his own show um, about different cultures and belief systems. And it doesn't matter what label you put on it. We're spirit and we're human. And at the moment, we're all doing this. But 100%, you're only going to end up with this, the spirit. And it doesn't matter what label you put on it, spiritualism, Christianity, or whatever. You choose what makes you happy inside yourself. You have to learn about your purpose on this earth. Or you come back again
yeah,
and again until you get it. I know that this is my last time because of what I've been through. Because I know as a teacher tends to be the last reincarnation. I may be wrong. So you're going to have to suffer me again if I come back again
Well,
physically.
well, well, well. This is my last time as well. But then I've been coming back since the beginning of time.
Yeah,
It's like God, it's taken me a bloody long time, isn't it? To think, but it hasn't. It's all the stuff that I've learnt over all those thousands of years,
yeah,
millions years, whatever, that actually has gotten me now to the point where I can be that teacher and guide and help people so that they can then go on and do what they're supposed to do. So I don't have to come back, and so I won't be. I know there's a lot of and it's recently come up. There's a lot of people that this was their last incarnation on Earth, but where we've managed to raise the vibration of Earth now, some of those are actually now saying, actually, I am going to come back with this new energy to guide people. I'm personally not, because I want to rest.
Well, one of the things I said to my grandmother when I was about 6, I said, Grandma, or Nana, I said, I think all humanity and life itself is a single cell inside a being. And she looked at me and she said, what do you mean? I said, well, I found out about atoms when I was a child, So why couldn't one atom be the whole galaxy, the whole universe? And we are a part of a blood cell and a being that's so beyond our comprehension. I said, but it's all joined together by that energy. So who's right and who's wrong? And she looked at me and says, you're weird. You know that? I said, yeah, I'm good at it. But, who's to say time for us, what you were saying there, Rick, could have been a blink of an eye. Or it could be the millennia that we perceive as time orientated as we are on the physical world. Because time is different with spirit in the linear world, non-linear. And you've got to realize spirit will be with you 24/7 if you so allow. But I set boundaries up when I was a lot younger, and I said, when I go to bed at night, that's me, I'm off the clock, unless it's life or death. Oh, there we go. We got one already.
Bearing in mind, we're not even doing that today. How amazing! It's like they're following us.
It's nice to have such a following. It's a slipstream. They're dragged in with a slipstream.
It is, yeah.
You are truly blessed, Teresa Harbour, definitely. But yeah. I don't know where Johnson's going to send you to.
No, I don't. I don't know either. It's actually amazing on this because a side note, I'm also doing amateur dramatics, and we've got the panto, and we've sold out our 2 matinees, and the other tickets are going fast. And we keep getting people putting on there, oh, I can't make the show now, so if you message me, you can have you can buy my tickets off me. It's like,
no.
There are no physical tickets for people to buy, so I'm having to go in and keep deleting those. And you're like, gosh, we're only an amateur dramatics group, but we've got people that are kind of like going, oh, we're getting in there.
I know, but again, their vibration is different from ours. I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's not conducive with a positive attitude, but their intention may be positive. It's just the way to do it is not positive. But this is what life's about. Each of us make up a facet of the whole. And we can't live without some of this negativity encroaching upon our positivity. If that's what it is. Because I'm not saying we're perfect. I'm not saying we've got it right. But it makes us feel...
No. We are practically perfect. We are perfect in our own way.
That's a good point. Practically perfect. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for it. It's almost there. It's almost coming.
No.
But yeah, letting go is really about enjoying the life to the maximum that you can now. Because literally, you don't know. So I went to bed on Friday night, healthy, happy, looking forward. Everything was packed. The truck was loaded up. All we had to do was make sandwiches in the morning, get in the truck and drive. I woke up in the morning, I couldn't even walk. So you never know what is going to happen next. And with all the debris up in space, I'm just waiting for somebody to say, a meteor came through and it just demolished the house. We can't predict the future in a degree that makes us say, okay, I'm not stepping there, I'm staying here. You can't. All
No.
you can do is live your life to the best of your ability, please, because life's about sharing. It's about joining together with like-minded souls. And if you see somebody on the side of the street, take the time to say hi to them, acknowledge them as a person. You may not be able to give them money or food or whatever, but imagine if that was you or a loved one on the side of the street. I'm not saying overstep, but there's a lot of people that don't have homes, a lot of people that don't have money. And with the economy and everything, it's global. It's not
Yeah.
just in your country, it's global. But you can share happiness just by saying hello to somebody, letting that go.
Yeah. Beautiful.
How long have we got, young lady?
Well, I was just going to say, as you know, I do mini guided meditations and angel oracle card readings, and each week I like to ask my guest whether they would like me to do an angel card or do a mini guided meditation. So, Graham, what would you like me to do?
Definitely a card or more.
Okay. In that case, then we're doing a card with a guided meditation.
That'll be interesting.
Had to be, just had to be. Okay, so uh, what? This heads thing keeps falling off. Well, that's it. I've torn my hair out now as well. I should have done that earlier. Okay, so what does Graham and everyone who's watching this need to know for their highest good at this moment in time? And again, it's sort of like living in the moment, not living in the past. On okay, okay. So everybody, as long as you're not driving when you're listening to this or using heavy machinery, warning, please close your eyes.
Pardon?
Close your eyes. And as you do so, take a deep breath in. And on the out breath, just release everything that doesn't need to be in this space. Take another deep breath in. And on the out breath, just release everything that doesn't need to be here. And as your breathing falls into its natural rhythm, just give yourself permission to relax. For when you give yourself permission and you think about relaxing, so you will relax. Just allow yourself to relax. And as you do, take the awareness to the top of your head and just imagine the top of your head starting to relax as you feel that relaxation. And it starts to move down the back of your head, down into your brow, down into your temples, down into your eyelids, your eyes feeling so heavy and relaxed. As this relaxation moves down into your ears, your nose, your cheeks, your mouth and your jaw so relaxed. As this relaxation moves down into your neck, then all the way down into your shoulders, just feel your shoulders start to relax. As this relaxation moves down your arms, all the way down to your fingertips, so relaxed. As this relaxation moves into your upper body, and you feel your chest muscles start to relax, your stomach muscles, and the whole of your back start to relax. As that relaxation moves down into your hips, your pelvis, your buttocks, sinking you deeper down where you are sitting. As that relaxation moves down your legs, all the way down to the tips of your toes. How wonderfully relaxed your whole body feels. And I want you now to imagine a staircase with 10 wide, safe, comfortable steps leading down to a doorway. And in a moment, you're going to walk down those steps from 10 to 1, each descending number relaxing you more and more. So let's start walking down the stairs now. 10, going deeper down the stairs. 9, deeper down the stairs. 8, deeper down the stairs. 7, more and more relaxed. Deeper down the stairs. 6, going deeper down the stairs. 5, deeper down the stairs. 4, more and more relaxed. Deeper down the stairs. 3, going deeper down the stairs. 2, all the way down the stairs. 1, and you stand in front of your door. And I want you now to open that door. And as you do, you step out of that door into mist, into fog. And it's so thick and foggy that you can't see in front of you. But around you, you can hear the voices of those that you are here to help, to be of service to guide. And they're waiting for you to walk forward, to show them the way, to step into your power, knowing that you are strong beyond measure. And you realize that you have a lamp with you. And when you light that lamp, a bright light appears in front. And you can see the faces of all those around you. And you can see the path that leads out through this fog, through this mist, through this uncertainty. So you start walking forward now. You start walking forward, creating the path for these other people to follow you. And you keep walking along this path. You can't see either side. You can just see in front. And the path looks so clear and bright. And as you walk along this path, you'll notice that every now and again there are side paths leading off that are lit. And you notice that those people walking behind you, one or two will walk down that path. You've taken them as far as you can take them, and they're now on their own journey, their own path. So I'll leave you for a moment or two just walking along this path, leading these others, showing them the way. And even if every now and again there may be something that trips you up on the path, stops you moving forward, you know that you can bypass this. You can go through it, around it, over it, because you are strong beyond measure. You have stepped into your power. You can clear that path for others. And you do, allowing them to go off on their own path when the time is right for them. And each step you take, you grow stronger and stronger. Both physically, mentally, spiritually, in every single way. But you are helping people, guiding them in whatever form that takes, whether that's personal or business. And before long, you notice that the mist, the fog is beginning to clear. And you step out onto a beautiful cliff, overlooking a beautiful sea. It may be night with a bright moon. It may be sunrise or sunset or a bright sunny day. But it looks so beautiful and clear in front and around you. And you realize that all those people are no longer there now. They've gone on their own way. And you're ready to make the next step on your journey. So I'll just leave you for a moment to see if you get any insights or thoughts come through about your next path, your next step. And just allow that to come to you in whatever form, whether that's a thought, a knowing, a word, a colour, a sound, a smell. Don't question, just allow it to come. And now that you've been given that insight, or the idea or the possibility, it's time to come back. So in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. Each ascending number will bring you back into the present, into the here and now, remembering your whole journey. So if you're ready now, start coming back 1, coming further back 2, all the way back 3, remembering everything, all the way back 4, 5, wiggle fingers and toes, move your body, open your eyes, make sure you are fully back, fully present. If anyone's got a drink by them, please do have a drink. And welcome back. So how was that for you, Graham?
Well, the last bit where you said about your point of being there was the spirit has no physical boundary. Yet to come back into the physical body, there's limitation. It's only a small transition, small step. And that's pretty deep, even for me. I loved it. But when you've got that 10 steps and looking down, I just got this big white light saying, "Get your butt down here, Graham."
Perfect. I love that. And Teresa says, thanks, that was lovely. Oh, you're welcome, Teresa. Well, in case you all wanted to know, but you should have guessed it from the card was stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure.
I would like to add a little bit to that.
Please do.
Your spirit has no limitation. It's by the human experience you've got that puts those layers of emotion and experience over your light. Your light is beyond anything that you can envision. It's limitless light, white, that refracts into different colours by our experiences. When we see a rainbow, It's still a drop of water, and yet look at the colours you can see if you're in a certain position. That's the position of your life at that moment. So you are multicoloured, multitasked, without limitation, just by comparing yourself to a drop of water and the light passing through. You are that light. You are that drop of water. You're everything, because we're all connected.
Beautiful. Such wise words. And Teresa says, and that was nice. Looked over and my dog and cat went to sleep. Beautiful. And Shihara says, that was beautiful, Rae. Oh, thank you very much. You'd never guess I like doing guided meditations, would you?
I didn't think you'd done one before.
No, no, they only do them
Yeah.
every now and
Good
again,
girl.
you know. And that, it's just
You have a beautiful melodic voice
oh,
and
thank
an
you.
easy tone. And
Thank you.
it makes people want to listen.
Yeah, apart from when I sing.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, is that what it is? Oh, okay.
Whatever. Whatever. And just you wait till Wednesday, Mr. Williamson. Just you wait till Wednesday.
Which one is it? I'm just checking that. Oh, it's this. Yeah. Two on the 18th. Yes, we're 2 till 4, aren't we?
We are, yes,
Are you
your
going to sing
time,
that, mate?
and 7 till 9 my time. 7, no, yeah, 7 till 9 my time.
Are you going to be singing that day?
I think I'm going to have to now after that comment, aren't I? Anyway, Shihara says, love your energy's lovely. I needed your presence today. Thank you. Ah, you're welcome, Shihara. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for joining in with the show. It always, when anyone who's watching this show and Graham and I show on the Wednesday, it really is great when you all do join us and you share the comments, because again, you help raise the energy, and you trigger things in us that for us to give you guidance, um, for it. So yeah, thank you so much, for that. So Graham, do
Yes,
you
mate.
have any more insights or thoughts of words of wisdom to leave our viewers?
To be honest, me personally, no. But I know Spirit works through me because that's what I've allowed them to do. And the whole point of being on this earth is communication of like minded souls. The only way you can be that is by opening your mouth and showing the joy of living that you are, or the pain. Because somebody can come over and say, I've been through that. This is what I did. And you can help each other, because letting go of those boundaries is wonderful to a point. But I was told a long time ago, I don't respect boundaries. I do, but I don't allow myself to go into a rut. You've got to live your life your way, the best you can for you. When you do that, you attract like minded people, and you attract those that can elevate you even more. Raise one of my uplifters, Teresa, share. Everybody that comes into the room, lift me that little bit more. And I'm hoping my energy is touching you to say, it's not my energy, it's our energy. So uplift yourself to uplift others. And thank you for joining us.
Beautiful. And Susie says, as always, a wonderful meditation and wonderful card reading from you both. Such an enjoyable interview with plenty of laughter and love. Thank you both. You're welcome, Susie. And obviously, you will. Well, I'm hoping you're still going to be able to do the admin for us on Wednesday.
We mentioned you earlier, Susie.
Shihara says heart hugs. Teresa says love all your shows. Thank you. Thank you. Kelly Jane has sent us loads of stars. Teresa says I always miss Graham Williams shows. My timing is terrible. I even stayed up to watch it the other night.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh,
It was late
oh,
night. It was late night for me.
yeah, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's it. But that's the joy, isn't it? Especially at night time. You know, when you shut off those barriers because you're in your home, you relax, you're carefree in your own environment, and that's the beauty. Letting go all the time. Respect other people's boundaries, but don't limit yourself. Put yourself in a role. Please don't.
No, no.
Oh,
And thank you, Mel, for joining in as well. So I hope everyone that you've enjoyed this conversation and found it insightful, because I know I definitely have. So Graham, if people want to connect with you, how do they do that?
well, you can add me on Facebook. You know my face now. Or you email me on a medium77@gmail.com. Okay, that's a medium77@gmail.com. Send me an email. I do classes and everything similar to what Ray does, but without the cards. Or you can call me. I'm Florida, USA, so it's 352-409-1060. Leave a voice message. If you don't, I won't respond. I'm sorry. But please like, share, comment, and subscribe to Ray's channel
It
and mine
all
as well.
it all helps. And Teresa says, go to Thursday's market in Eustace.
Yeah, the fairground will be there this Thursday, weather permitting.
There
We've
you
had
go.
almost freezing weather here. Sunny
Almost freezing.
Florida.
You haven't seen what it's cold here.
I know when I get depressed about Florida being cold, I phone England or ask my English friends or people up north, and I'm so much happier.
Yeah. Yeah. So moving on. If you're now ready to remember your divine presence and step onto your spiritual multi-dimensional path, but you feel lost, confused, stuck or alone, then please feel free to connect with me and we can arrange a free video call to discuss where you are now and how you can move forward to take charge of your destiny so you can spread your wings and soar. And please feel free to join my weekly newsletter and receive a free future life progression recording where I take you into a future lifetime. And you can gain some guidance and clarity that you can use in your current life, as well as a couple of other free gifts. And again, thank you so much for watching and joining in with the show. And again, I'd like to invite you to share this video, as I'm sure there are more people who feel lost and want to get clear on their destiny just like you. And as Graham said, if you are watching this on YouTube, then please feel free to subscribe and hit that bell button to be notified of when the show goes live or when I post new guided meditations. And I look forward to you all joining me same time, same place next week. And Susie is definitely going to see us this Wednesday, which is brilliant.
Thanks, Susie.
Yes, and yes, do join us this Wednesday, the 18th of January. If you're watching the replay, then you'll have to watch the replay of the show on Wednesday because obviously it'll be a bit late then. But then look out for the next ones that we do, where Graham and I will be doing our Angels and Spirits show. So again, everyone, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Graham, for being a guest.
Pleasure as always.
And we'll see you all later. Take care. Bye.
Bye bye.